Happy Monday. This is the LTT Wrestling Podcast. I am BJ. Let's talk about some of the key moments for Monday Night Raw. We are just over a week away from Survivor Series War Games, and they confirmed the women's teams. We got Raquel Rodriguez, Liv Morgan, Tiffany Stratton, Nia Jackson, Candice LeRae for the heel team. And for the face team, we got Io Sky, Naomi, Jade Cargill, Bianca Belair, and their fifth member, the returning Rhea Ripley, who surprised me with the return. I didn't think she'd be back at least till the Rumble or WrestleMania, but she makes a return. She had a face mask on, and she went right after Liv Morgan after she gets in the ring and says, War Games. So Rhea Ripley is confirmed to be in this match. Even if she's 70 to 80%, still good to go for the War Games. So I do think Rhea has a great chance of dethroning Liv, though, either at WrestleMania, maybe she wins the Rumble. We'll have to see what the plan is going forward with that. But definitely a surprise to see Rhea Ripley back so early. We had Braun Breaker against Sheamus in a very good Intercontinental title match. Ends up ending in a DQ. Ludwig Kaiser ends up interfering after Gunther, talks to him backstage and tells him, you need to go make a name for yourself and do better. Like I told you, we both got to do better and you need to do better. And then after that, Gunther attacked Priest backstage. So a lot happened on this show. We had a backstage segment with the Usos, Sami Zayn, and Seth Rollins, and they're talking to Seth Rollins saying, listen, we're not all on the same page here, but we need you for War Games. And Seth says, listen, man, it pains me to say this, obviously paraphrasing a little bit here, but he says, it pains for me to say that, but I can't ever team up with Roman Reigns again. I just can't do it. And this is your guys' business. As much as I would love to get in there and stomp Bronson Reed's head in and side War Games, I just can't team up with Roman Reigns after everything that's happened in the past. And I was reading some comments, and some fans were saying, like, Rollins and Reigns made up and they apologized to each other and they teamed up a few times. And, they're trying to stall it out a little bit. And the next week, obviously most of you saw Solo distracted Rollins and cost him against Bronson Reed, which I'll talk about a little bit more here in a minute. But they're just going to stall it out a little bit. And finally, Rollins is going to hit his breaking point either on SmackDown this week or on Raw, next week. And he's going to say, you know what? I got to join you guys. Him and Reigns are probably going to have a segment, talk about all their history. They're going to say, you know what? We both got enemies in this match. Obviously, we've had our history, but we both want to, destroy Solo and the new bloodline and Bronson Reed. So let's go in there and get a win. I think that's what they're eventually going to do to set it up. But, Rollins even said, this bloodline business, this is y'all's business. Good luck with it after War Games. I don't want no part of it. So they're making it really seem like Rollins just doesn't want to do this, which makes sense. He did say that. He said, I never want to team up with Roman Reigns again. We all know he's going to join the team, especially after Solo distracted him. So the main event, Bronson Reed against Seth Rollins. Great match. Got about 15 minutes, very back and forth. The match starts off, and then before it even really gets going, the new bloodline pops up. Not Solo, but Jacob Fatu and Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa show up. And then you hear Jey Uso's music, and him, Jimmy, and Sammy come out, and they brawl on the outside of the ring, and they're gone. And these two went at it. I mean, they were hitting some big moves, some good near falls, good pedigree from Seth Rollins. I was seeing Seth Rollins do a moonsault and a mini swanton and everything. I mean, he was pulling out the moveset. And Bronson Reed always looks impressive. Rollins hits him with the curve stomp to end it, but he knows it ain't going to be enough because it took 3 curve stomps to beat him. At Crown Jewel, I think 3, and he knows better. So he goes on the top rope, and he's getting ready to do the top rope curve stomp, and he looks over, and there's Solo Sikoa. And Solo didn't interfere. He didn't attack Rollins. He didn't, screw him or nothing. He was just on the announce table clapping and looking at him and everything, and Rollins glazed over for just a few seconds, and Bronson Reed took advantage, hit a tsunami, and got the win 1-2-3 over Seth Freakin Rollins. So they're 1-1 against each other, which Bronson Reed needed this win. And I really like Bronson Reed being on the new bloodline team. I think it's a good rub for Bronson Reed. It puts him in a main event match. And it actually makes a lot of sense because, I mean, you put him and Jacob Fatu on the same team. I mean, realistically, who has a great chance to beat that team? I mean, obviously, I think the OG bloodline is going to win this match, but man, it's going to take a bomb to beat both them guys and Solo, who's looked good in his own right. So it's going to be interesting to see how the rest of the story plays out in the next week. Like I said, I do think Rollins is now going to say, you know what, Solo got involved in my business. I got to join y'all for War Games, make amends with Roman Reigns, at least for now. And that's the team. And I think War Games is going to be a very good pay-per-view or premium live event. And, last year's wasn't bad either. The thing with the Bloodlines, the story always carries the match. I don't expect a classic match, but I do expect the story to be very good. And I do expect there to be a lot of tension on the OG Bloodline team because not everybody's really on the exact same page. And Rollins being in this now makes it even more interesting, I will say. So let me know what you guys thought about this Raw in the comments. Make sure to like and subscribe for more wrestling content we post every week. Peace.